I love my Henselite bowls, whether I'm in Australia playing with my Dreamline XGs or playing in the Northern Hemisphere, winning 2 gold medals with my Tiger bowls. I know I feel confident and comfortable with the line, and I know they'll get the job done.
The Morwell Bowling Club is your place for fun and food. Come and try bowls and make new friends. Have coffee or bring the family for lunch or dinner. The Morwell Bowling Club. Visit us today on Hazelwood Road.
And we're back. Welcome back to the Morwell Dome here, joined by Angela Hackett. Hi Angela, how are you?
Hello everyone. Hi Gus.
Thanks for joining us today. You've had a few guys commentating with us and the game's just started. So we've got a second knockout round versus Peta Mattys from up at Milawa and Sammy Atkinson. So it should be a great game. You know these girls pretty well, I imagine.
Yeah, I've bowled with both these ladies a few times in the city versus country.
And that's coming up again soon now, isn't it?
14th of April, I think, or
Exciting.
15th of April. So, yeah, about a week's time.
Yeah.
So
And you're a local Traralgon player here?
I am. So
You always been down here?
No, I was at Leongatha up until this season, and my husband Brenton's the bowls manager at Traralgon now, so
Right.
I came across with him, and
Yep.
it's been great for my bowls.
Works for Vinny.
Yeah.
It's
Everyone
fun to work with.
Everyone works for Vinny, don't they?
So they got the game going, started the multi-coloured bowls are Sammy's. Very pretty pink and green. What did you call them?
I call them the Grinch. They remind me of the Christmas Grinch.
The Grinch. Yeah.
So they're, I think it's Tequila Sunrise is that pinky colour.
Yep. They look really nice going down as the colours melding together, isn't
They're a
it?
beautiful bowl. She looks to be holding 1 or 2 there.
Yep. Yeah, straight into the game.
So Sammy's got the Aerodynamics size 3. And Peter's got Dreamline XGs in a size 3. And Peter's are those greeny aquary bowls, would you call them? It's 1 to yellow. For the viewers at home, Sammy Atkinson has the yellow paddles. And our marker is Lorraine Dowson.
ITO. Yeah, the sun's out. Have you been enjoying the last 6 to 7 days?
Oh, I didn't play in the mixed pairs. I had to work.
Right.
But the rest of it, I've absolutely loved having it down here.
Yeah.
It's been different. The format's different. I've enjoyed it. But I've enjoyed the venues. We were at Trafalgar yesterday, and that club was beautiful to bowl at. The people were really lovely.
Yeah, I was at Mafra, same.
Oh, okay.
And we're dubbing these the friendly games. It's just a really nice feel, isn't it?
That's except for the Trafalgar rigging the raffle. I reckon they
rigged it. What?
Oh, I think there was about 8 or 9 prizes, and 8 of them went to Trafalgar people.
Well, you've got to keep it in house. Tell us a little bit about Sammy.
So Sammy's really come on the last couple of years. So she's always been around, but the last 2 years she's really improved. She's been seeing Mark Cowan down at Sunbury.
Right. State coach.
Yep. She represented Victoria last year in the ladies' open side.
Yep.
In the Tasmanian Test, and then at Bendigo last year she won the state triples.
Yep.
Went to nationals. And went deep in everything. I think she went for 4 events. This year she's qualified for Bendigo for the state pairs with her mother, Cheryl Atkinson, who's sitting behind the rink, who's her coach today. And she's also through in the state triples with Cheryl Atkinson and Maureen Leighton.
Right. So she's been a busy girl.
Yes. And then she's also representing Vic Country at the state trials in a week or so.
Yeah, I did see her, it was the last year, the year before at the Vic Open, and she sort of just emerged, didn't she?
Yeah, she's the last probably 18 months definitely picked up her game.
She's very active on the bowling green, likes to get up and about, follows that third bowl up as a lot of these good bowlers do. Is that something you do?
I do follow my third bowl a lot. I didn't so much today. I was a bit sore today. So Peter's just trying to get some information from Lorraine. No, I drew the much younger and much fitter Amity Bickley today.
She only just got over the line, didn't she?
No, I gave her a big head start, and then I just never found the weight.
You're on the slower.
I was on the slower one, and it was still a lot faster than what I played on yesterday. I played on a sand-filled one out Trafalgar yesterday. I just never quite found it today.
Well, she's a good player.
Oh, she was beautiful, and beautiful to bowl against.
And Peta is comes from up at Morwell, but she was originally from South Australia, I believe.
Yeah, she was in the South Australian Development Squad. So she was in that for a few years, and then took some time off bowls and moved to Victoria, and then has taken it back up. She's been around a bit lately. She's done a fair bit in the Ovens and Murray's side. She was telling me earlier one of her big achievements was beating Kylie Whitehead after Kylie come off the
World Championship.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah. Yes, you do. I mean, everyone judges themselves in their own way, but you can only mark yourself against the people around you. And certainly the people around here, there's a lot of champions.
Yeah.
But Peta seems to go about her game very professionally. Came prepared with a run sheet for us, which is always helpful from the players, but she's got a very good CV and back into it in a big way.
Yeah, she's doing very well.
Hoping to go deep here at the women's singles Vic Open.
She's got the legs.
Yes, it'll bite.
There
it goes. Great shot. We just saw a great game here earlier, and this game I'm sure is going to be very similar.
Sorry guys, I forgot to do the score on the first one.
1-1.
It should be. There we
Yep,
go.
well done.
Ends. No, it doesn't matter, does it?
No. No, first to 21.
Or to time, as we've seen in the last one.
Are you a quick bowler?
I am. I don't muck around. So
I don't think I've ever been timed out or will ever be timed out.
I've been close, but not from me, from an opponent's their game, and I've been in games that have gone for a very long time. We're 24 all, and that was all singles.
Yeah.
So I've had some,
and that could be the reason. See, the reason I won't get timed out is because I just dropped too many numbers.
like I did in the game before.
Yeah.
I was, I think I was 14-10 down and dropped a 4 and a 3.
Yeah, well, it's a third of the score nearly.
Yep.
You know, it is, sorry. A third of the score. You can't afford to do that. I was saying I dropped 2 4s yesterday, and that's just too many.
Yep.
It was pretty windy. I mean, you lost concentration, which I'm not known for. Don't make the correction.
That's why we're sitting up here and not down there.
That's right. That's where I do my best work. Got a couple of other games going on in the dome here. We've got the great Anne Draffin on the next drink playing Lloyd.
Kate Lloyd.
Kate Lloyd.
From City Warrnambool, I think it is.
Then the RN Attard is playing Shaw. And Collins versus Neville. Jodie Neville had a big win in the first round. Tate and LeCalf. And Whitehead versus, is it?
Tyres. Beverly Tyres from Foster.
So that's right,
Peter's still holding 2 here.
So there's some good games going on. We'll try and get you posted with those. And I imagine we've got games on the other
Yeah,
side.
there's games out the back.
Yeah.
There's a cracking game going on out there with Olivia Slade versus Amity Bickley. Trish Doolan was out there.
Yep, she was in here before, yep.
Oh, another one in there. Look at Peter's line.
Brilliant.
That's not easy on this surface either.
No, I spoke to Anne Miles when she came off. She said it was really tough.
Yeah.
Now, they don't make it look tough. I mean, they bowled like awesome. But inside, it's going on like a volcano, isn't it? You're just trying to find your line and the weight.
And any breeze, there's a bit of a breeze that comes through here, through those gaps down the end, which really does affect the bowl. So you don't think it would, but particularly down this end.
She's had to switch. She's trying to get that bowl to work back on that hand, and it just came late. She gave it a chance, didn't she? Here's a big opportunity early in the game.
And that looks like 3 to me, but Lorraine only had 2 fingers out before.
Right. Well, it's definitely... It's a bit deceptive. It looks like 3. She's following this down. She likes it. It's working its way back in. It's beautiful bowls. Oh. Okay.
Holding 3 now.
What are you playing here?
Well, she's just put one down on that side. She's consulting with Cheryl.
I think she plays the similar bowl, trying to land, landing to get the weight.
She's got to hit something. She can't be short. That's the thing. I'd be playing the same bowl.
No,
she looks like she's lining up for full weight.
Yep.
On the other hand.
Got that away beautifully. It's close. Oh, just under.
It's a big end.
Yeah, it's...
Early days, though.
I think it's good. It's better to have done that than maybe go on the other side and miss again. And at least she's, tried to be very aggressive and positive.
Oh, you won't have an issue with Sammy being aggressive and positive. She'll back herself to play those shots.
Yep.
And
the good players do, don't they?
Give her 2 bowls at it and she wouldn't have missed the second.
Yeah, the back
4.
one's in 4.
That's 4 to Peter.
4 green ones. It's interesting the lengths they're playing. Matt's sort of nearly to the back, so it's nearly full length.
We played on here in the triples and found Matt right up and dead short, and most of the opposition bowls sailed into the ditch, and that's how we won on this ring.
Right. Yep. You try to find something that your opposition can't do.
That's what It's another great start.
It's a very good start. So, is it my imagination or she's playing forehand around the clock?
Peter was, yes.
Yeah. So she's elected to go that way. Sammy's got a good bowl here. Great bowl. That's a lovely reply. Beautiful weight. And what do you think, having the Vic Open come to the area, there must be a bit of a buzz in the lead up?
It's been fantastic. All the clubs, the information they put out this year, I was so impressed with.
Yep,
I
agree.
It was before the event, we had emails coming from all of the host clubs, what they've got, what they had on offer for their menus. That's a great reply there from Peter. So the information that they put out and the effort that they've put in,
Yep.
I think it's going to be even better next year. I
Yep.
think we'll have more bowlers. People have come down here,
Oh,
they've
yeah.
seen what we've got.
Yep.
And rumour has it there'll be another roof by Vic Open next year.
At Trafalgar? At Trafalgar?
Longwarry, I
Longwarry.
heard. Yeah.
We'll talk about that, yeah.
I have heard that Longwarry's going up in the next few weeks. They'll start work on that one.
And you guys have got the ability to put one up on the background?
I hope so. So I haven't heard anything official at Traralgon, but I think that was the original plan. Did you get out to Traralgon to have a bowl or anything?
Yeah, I bowled there in... what did I bowl there in? In the mixed pairs.
Oh, yeah.
So
were you undercover or outside?
played outside and inside.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great viewing there at Traralgon up on the mezzanine. I love
It's
sitting up there and
fantastic.
watching.
This is a fair bowl if it runs. Well, she's really settled quickly, hasn't she?
She has.
Peter?
She's forcing Sammy to play shots early, which is always difficult on these kind of surfaces,
Yeah.
to try and adjust back and play your draw weight.
She's just not going to hold its line there. It's not a bad effort.
Oh,
Flops in for second.
second.
Very good. We were saying one down in this game is not a bad thing, as long
No.
as you don't do it 21 times.
Who's on the next rank? That is Anne Draffin and Kate Lloyd.
Mhm.
And Draff is currently 5-3 up. I was lucky enough or unlucky enough to draw Draff in the pairs. She bowled beautifully.
Yeah, look, she's. I bowled with her at MCC when I was there, and for a year or two, and then she went back home. And,
Yeah.
was concentrating there.
We are stoked to have her back in Vic Country this year. It's a massive inclusion to the
It is.
countryside,
Yep.
and a big loss for the city side.
Yes, it's you take from one and give it to the other.
As long as they're taking from city and giving to country, I'm happy.
I think it's you like the concept.
I love the concept. I think the first year there wasn't much of a rivalry. We were all just friends going. This year I want to smash the city girls.
Game on.
Yep. Last year they won it. We won the first one. They won last year. And this year we're all on the same page that they want to beat us and we want to beat them.
I think from here's a good bowl here.
She's in the area. She's got it.
Awesome bowl. Should be happy with that. Big smile, little jump. Good on you, Sammy. I think from a selection point of view for state duties, it shows the players in their best light, in that they're in a real competitive environment.
Yeah.
They're playing a team aspected game and they're not playing for themselves. And you soon, when you get into the game, I'm sure you'd attest to this, you soon forget about, you just want to win for your team.
Yeah, I was never lucky enough to trial with the old format. But from all reports from them this time, they're all saying that it's a much better format.
Yep. It's always nervous. You go off to state trials and you've got people with clipboards talking behind closed
Yep.
doors and all this sort of stuff. It's we're best to watch our athletes in the rawest form, which is out in competition.
I think I liked it better the first year because I didn't know who anyone was. And now when I see them walk into an event, JR walked in at the triples the other day and I, sprayed a bowl,
Right.
the very next bowl. Composed again, but that first one, a lovely start.
JR's been where you are. He understands the pressures and that luckily they don't just look at one bowl. It's your body of work.
Yeah, we're lucky enough to have a lot of pathways in now, so
Yep. Oh, look, go deep in a lot of things.
Yep.
Here, you've got lots of opportunities to show your wares. You know.
Lucky enough to have 2 Vic Opens in the season to look at.
Yeah, well, just because we didn't have enough work to do at Bowls Victoria, we decided to make more for ourselves. Transition year.
It's been great feedback from all the bowlers anyway with how they think it's gone down here. So I think the majority will be back, plus some.
And I just think the spin-offs for the area is great because people get introduced to the area and they go, when they're thinking in 3 months' time where to go for a weekend, they go, well, I might go down to Gippsland Way, I might go down to Sale, you know, because of the attractions that are down there.
I really enjoyed the supporter events too. I thought they were a great addition this year.
Yep.
So I know the mixed pairs at Warragul, there was great reports out of that.
Yeah, look, it gives those that have been knocked out something to do.
Yeah.
If they're a bit sick of watching bowls. It's an added extra.
Carl Steph Hunt, I think, is on the other green. I think she's on the green behind us.
We'll wait till we get a bit deeper and we'll get someone to give us some scores from over there.
Oh, that's very close.
Matty's on cue. He's like reading my mind. Thanks, Matty. Yeah. So we've just got some scores delivered. Do you want to go through those?
Okay, so Nicole Wendt is up 5-1 over Copley. Greening is 5-1 up over Fleming. Morton and McGrath 3-all.
Proper Pattis.
I can never say that.
Or Protea Peppers.
Is up 4-love over Hunt. Martin 5-6 down over with Fair in the lead. Anne Miles up 4-3 over Leonie Flynn. Claire Sanders up 4-love against Tris Doolan. And Holmes 4v Van P. 1.
Mm-hmm.
Van Pra. And then on our rinks here, we've got Attard 4 over Shaw 2. Jenny Miller 7 over Kierce 5.
Thanks, mate.
Neville and Collins are 4-all. Michelle Tate up 2-1 against LeCraft.
Yep.
And Whitehead up 3-1 over Bev Tyres.
That's Louise Whitehead. Played with Lou at MCC as well. She went to Heathmont. So just really taken a couple of big steps.
I think Heathmont with the ladies, oh, lovely bowl, Sammy. Heathmont ladies are really on the rise.
Trish Cullen and that,
they're a great club at the moment.
Oh,
with
they're
the ladies.
an awesome club.
I'm not sure of the men. I don't have much to do with the men.
Yeah.
So
The men were, I think, a bit stiff to lose a game by a shot the final, I think. So against Keeler, I think it was. They had a great year.
Brendan Elliott's joined us again. I think he's watched every single one of these live streams that I've seen.
Well, it's a bit addictive, isn't it?
It is.
I think there'll be a lot of people watching who'll want to sign up and get involved next year. And I know there was a few people who just came down for one event and were very disappointed they only played in one event.
Yeah, well, that's one to Peter with that last bowl.
Yep.
We had a few pulling out. What night was that? Not last night, the night before.
Mm-hmm.
I got a phone call from Brenton asking me to see if I could find 10 men.
Yep.
And we put the call out and we nearly got them all.
Yeah.
And of those ones, they've all said how awesome it was and that they want to do more next year.
Yep.
They dipped their toe in and had a taste of it.
I was saying to Matty O before, it's really been great to showcase a lot of the great local bowlers that are down here that I hadn't had the privilege to see.
Yeah, we've got some great talent down here. It's and they're starting to break through and be seen. So, and it's things like this and city versus country that really do get us out and about.
Yeah.
But the Strzelecki ladies have been strong for a few years. We're in the gold tier this year for regions.
Right.
And, our men are in the silver tier, hoping to get into the gold tier.
How's the reception been for the tier system? It's a bit controversial. It's all right.
It was very hard at first.
Yeah.
Very hard to hear that you're playing silver.
Yep.
So, and I think there's a lot of work to be done with how regions select their sides.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll say that, and that's all. Local bowlers know what I mean.
The good thing is that the silver it's just a stepping stone, and it's a chance to say, well, this is where they think we're at. Now we're going to prove that we're. You know.
The ladies' Geelong region being in silver was one that surprised me. Like, they're always up and about.
Yep.
One of the toughest regions, I believe.
Yep.
But then I look at it and go, well, who would you put down? And they all deserve to be up there.
Yeah. So I think it's going to create a lot of competition in the for pecking order. And those in gold will want to stay there, and those in silver will want to take the gold.
Yeah.
So it's like a comp in a comp.
And I'm not sure if the rumours I heard the other day were true, that they are playing for something now in silver. It's
yeah. I've got the view in bowls. Even if it's a roll up at the club, scoreboard's always on. They're always playing for something. Otherwise, it doesn't make it a game.
I thought it was just me and Mum that were like that.
Right.
So.
It's funny when you go to a new club and you're having a roll up with someone and you start clicking. They're like, "Oh, we're scoring, are we?" I go, "Oh, yeah."
We play all different kinds of games when we have a roll up. I will create a game to play.
Do you play the one with three people where one serves and they're the only one that can score?
No, I haven't heard that one.
So if the three of us, you, me and Matty O, were playing, I'd say, well, you can serve, so and we're going to try and stop you from scoring. Right? And then if I get the shot, I win the serve, so that you guys are going to stop me from scoring.
We pretty much do that, but it's me and Mum versus Brenton, and we just gang up on him.
We once had a guy, just a couple of years ago, he said, I've had enough, I'm going to go home. And we said, well, when you score a next shot, you can go. An hour and a half later. So it gets pretty fierce, the competition, doesn't it? But there are lots of fun ways to practice. It doesn't all have to be with witches' hats.
No.
And that.
I'm not one for just getting out there and putting a bowl down over and over and over. I like to be doing different things. Hi, Jodie. Hopefully we'll see you back at the Vic Open next year.
Well, Peter's got off to a really good start. Sam's holding 2 there. They've really got onto this rink, which is not always easy.
They've got the feel for it very early.
Yeah, they have. Big opportunity here. This is where you want to add. She's looking pretty good. She's going to run through.
Yeah.
She lands that bowl. It's 3.
Yep, just the wrong side of it.
But she's got to give you've got to give your bowl a chance. And I think the temperature's been fluctuating in here today. We've had the sun out.
Yeah, it's getting chilly now.
Yeah, it's got cold. So would that affect this
I
rink?
haven't played on it enough times. I've only played one night pennant match here, and that dramatically changed at night. And the triples the other day, I played one game on it, and that's all I've actually played here. So yeah, first season for Traralgon, so it's just been one game here and there at all the local ones.
So your go-to ring for practice is?
My go-to...
Where are you going to have a roll-up? Where do you go? Would you like to be outside, inside?
It depends. I love grass, so
Yep.
if I come over to Traralgon, I'd like to go and play out on the grass.
Yep.
But if it's cold, I like to play under the cover. I still use Leongatha Bowls Club.
Right.
That's local to home.
Mm-hmm.
So that's outside, synthetic,
Yep.
windy, and that's where Mum lives as well. So
Yep.
we go out and have a roll. And some days I'll just go up there and roll kitties or put my headphones on and just
Yeah.
bowl. It's a lovely reply
Wow.
from Peter.
What a great bowl. Front noser. Yeah, I was talking to someone about my game yesterday, and he basically just said that, you know, I do spend a lot of time out in the green because I like it.
Yeah.
You know, it's exercise. But I should spend half that time working on my deficiencies, and he's quite right, you
Yeah.
know.
So I don't get to spend as much time as I would have liked at the moment. My kids are right into their sport, and
Yeah.
it's taking away a bit of time. But I reached out to Paul Michael from Leongatha
Yep.
for a couple of lessons, and I think I had 2 lessons with him and never put a bowl down. It was all mental coaching, and it's the best thing I could have done. So it's not always about putting your bowls down.
Well, I was talking to the guys at lunch about how Anne Miles went. I was just watching her in her game, and Gail will be the same. But the intensity that they show and the concentration,
Yeah.
you know, I just don't have that.
Anne doesn't waver.
No.
She doesn't waver. She's got that.
You can see it.
Yes. That's a very experienced
Mm.
player that plays at a very elite level.
For a very long time.
Yeah.
I often look at some bowlers on the mat and think, what are they thinking about?
Yeah.
If I spent that much time, my mind would just wander, I'm sure.
That's definitely something that I've been working on.
Mm.
She's-
Good looking bowler here.
She's liking
She just
it.
gets down. Pop it.
Oh, did she get it hard enough?
No, I don't quite. It's a great bowl. We're looking for a paddle to go up. Green, isn't it? That meant Peter's holding the shot still?
Peter has the green paddles.
Yep, so that was the green one that went up. Peter actually turned around to Sam's mum. I don't know whether she asked her for some advice.
Oh, she's
Oh, wow, what a bowl.
had a beauty.
That's it.
There'll be 2 now.
It's game on, isn't it?
Yeah, with 1 bowl each to come.
Mm.
Stephen Kate is currently down 4-12 against Draff.
Yeah, Draft's got off to a flyer. She's got these lovely yellowy banana bowls, I'd call them. Banana coloured.
Either an arrow, I can't remember if they were...
Yeah, she's drawn a third. Where's Kate from? Is Kate Lloyd, isn't it?
Warrnambool?
Warrnambool.
I think Warrnambool City.
West Coast? Yep.
We played her in the triple. She skipped against us in,
Right.
in one of our last game, I think it was.
It's just a little bit.
It looks like it's going to duck, but it might come off
Land the
that.
bowl.
Taking
Yeah,
one
okay.
out. Peter's still got 1 to go.
Can she repeat the dose?
I think there's not much danger there, like same weight. She's just asking how far back those bowls are of
Okay.
Sammy's.
It's only about a foot. She hasn't got a lot of room, but to these girls, that's a lot.
Brian Baker's asking if there's any dates out for the Vic Arm Championships, normally held in Bendigo. Do you know anything about that?
I'm not across that at this stage.
That's a good effort. That'll be 1 to Peter.
I think there could be views about that arm or no arm. It's all the same these days, isn't it?
So it depends who you ask.
Well, anyone can use them. So, and I think they're a great addition. Been a great addition to the game for, especially for people who needed them. Have you ever tried to use one?
Oh, I think I tried maybe 10 years ago. My husband got one out of the dressing room at Lock and out on the grass. I remember him having a play, and I don't think I was any good with it.
No, they say a lot of practice is needed.
And you find people that are good bowlers with an arm were good bowlers before they got an arm.
Well, the great John Snell moved to an arm because he had to, and he was just as good. It's great to see that being kept in the game, But I think Matty will, when Matty comes back on later on, he might have some information on that. I like to see everyone competing together, and no matter what it is, that's the great thing about the game,
Yeah, it's a very inclusive sport. So I play with my mother, and my kids play with us, and my husband.
Yep.
For the whole family.
Yep.
My grandfather played, and
There's not many sports you can do that with.
No.
I found it with when I took the kids when they were young to skiing, and it was something that very quickly they got good at, and you could do it all together.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. And you can't do that with a lot of sport. Bowls is the same. I can't get my kids near a bowling green though. My wife's a big walker. She likes the exercise. She was actually down at Tidal River for a couple of days with her girlfriends walking.
Oh, beautiful up there.
Yeah.
Or down there.
Yep.
Still 1 to Peter. I love playing bowls with my kids until they start getting good and start feeding us. That's when I might stop.
How old are your kids?
8 and 10. So
What do they bowl with?
one's got aero optimas and one's got aerodynamics. So size 1 and a size 0.
Right.
So we were up at Warrnambool for State Champions Week, and it was our eldest 8th birthday, I think. And he got a set of bowls for his birthday.
Right.
And Matty Flapper came over and said hello to them, and it was a big deal for them, and it was enough to encourage them
Inspire
a bit.
them.
Yeah. And
well, idols are always, inspirational. And
it's, my youngest loves Phelpsy, thinks he's the best thing going around.
Yep.
And Tice Cromie loves Tice Cromie. And they're always good. They always come over and say hello to them.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant for the sport.
Someone like Tyson would understand the amount of leg ups that he got on his way through.
Yeah.
And, he's now showing what a great talent he is. Unfortunately played him in the pairs.
Right, Peter's put another one in there. You'll see the wind's just picked up a little bit here, and Sammy's cut across. She'll adjust with this one.
So it's...
She might have over-adjusted with this one. That's another 2 to Peter.
Trying to give her a bowl a chance, and sometimes you just get them away too good.
That makes Peter 9 and Sammy 5. Still a long way to go though, first to 21. Sean Cadoff says, Gus, I would assume Pidge is your idol.
Yeah, I do like the man. He's good. He's becoming a good friend. We both moved to Yarraville at the same time, hooked up. And I'm going to play with him finally after 2 years. I'm going to play a game with him up at Ballarat at Good Friday.
We're going to see a length change from Sammy here. I think this is the right move. I don't think it's going to stop though, is it?
It runs on there. No, it's gone. Okay.
So we're on the tee.
Yeah.
So at the moment we've got Drouin 14 against Lloyd 5, Shaw and Attard 4 all, Miller 13 against Kearse 6, Collins and Neville, there it goes, Collins 8, Neville 6, Tate 9 versus the Craft 5, and Whitehead 6 against Tyres 4. And as I say that, Peter's bowl looks like it's going to drop. Yep, into the ditch.
We found, I played on ring 12 or 13 in the triples, and we found the ends, it tends to get to a point and just keeps going. You think a bowl's going to be right on the kitty and it ends up 4 or 5 feet through. Maybe that's where a lot of standing's done. It makes maybe a bit more worn.
Great bowl from Sammy here.
Yeah.
Puts a bit of pressure on.
And that's the thing with a game at this level. You try and roll a kitty at your length. She puts in the ditch. Her next best thing is just put one on at the length and just move on.
Yep, she needed to put some pressure on, and she has.
You've got to keep positive, don't you? No matter what's going on.
You do. That's a beautiful reply from Peter after putting the first one in the ditch. That Slade-Bickley match mustn't be going ahead just yet because Amady's just standing off to the side.
Having some lunch.
I think they were one rink short here, so they might be the catch-up match.
Right.
This is another lovely bowl from Sammy.
Great bowl. She got it?
Yeah. Oh.
Why did not that turn? Probably just a fraction away.
But it's a handy spot. It's something there to catch now. A lot of support for Sammy Atkinson.
Good looking bowl here. This is going to finish in a nice home turn. See that? See, it just sort of almost just keeps going. So she'll be just trying to drop maybe a foot or so of weight to try and get the bowl to grip.
Actually looks a bit quicker.
Yeah,
It's dropping now.
No. You pick that up quickly.
They can be tricky bowls to read too.
Yeah.
Those tri-coloured bowls.
Line's good here. Just got a grip. She's just trying to get down to that outside bowl.
That is a lovely bowl.
Yeah, good. It falls in.
Count and cover.
Be close.
Oh. Lost sound. Is anyone else out there losing sound?
I think we should be all right. Well, Sammy's
Thanks,
down.
Ben. Yep, sound's back.
Down on the card, and she's down maybe 1 or 2 down here. So this is a big bowl in the context of the game.
Has she got the legs? Still going, but not quite.
It always looks shy to me. I wasn't too sure.
Just the one?
Okay, no great damage done there. Got her own scoreboard attendant down there, 10-5 to Peter.
Still a long way to go in this match, and they're both getting quite close, so it could go either way still. All it takes is one big end, and
oh yeah, they're still trying to find their range a little bit, feel each other out, and just see how. I think Peter seems to have got her line quicker. She seems pretty comfortable with the hand she's playing.
She's really liking this weight.
Yeah.
This length is
yep.
is suiting her. Kaz, I think Amity and Olivia's game is going to be played as soon as one of these ones finish. I'm pretty sure they were ranked short, so they need to have a bit of a catch-up game.
Looks pretty good, Sam. Just got to get down. Great bowl here. What a bowl. That's a beautiful reply. That's what she needed.
Be interesting to see with Peter under a bit of pressure. We haven't seen much.
No, she's been setting the pace a bit. And it's amazing what happens when a pressure's applied. She's pretty good.
It's a great reply.
She's pretty good. Oh.
Sammy will like that, though. That makes it a bit better for Sammy.
Yeah, a bit more protection for her bowl now.
On their way, Kaz and Tay are on their way to the G to watch the Pies. I don't even know what day it is. So
it's Friday.
I should know. My kids are at school then.
Friday. Collingwood, Richmond tonight at the G. We've got some updated scores there.
Yeah, so we've got Nicole Wendt is up 7-3 against Copley. Greening 11-5 against Fleming. Morton up 9-4 against McGrath. Peta Mattys 10-6 up against Hunt. Joe Martin 11-12 down against Fair. Anne Miles is up 10-5 against Leonie Flynn. Claire Sanders up 6-2 over Tris Doolan. They must be picking up singles.
Yeah.
Holmes 9 over Van Parish 4. And Peters
superb bowl.
Still down, I think. Yep.
It's a bit better for her now, though. She can see Sam's bowl now. Should she want to switch with her last bowl, I think we'll see a switch from Sammy onto the forehand.
I think so too.
And she'll be trying to play the shot before it's done to her.
On the inside rinks, we've got Anne Draffin 14 against Kate Lloyd 5. Shaw and Attard are 5 all. Jenny Miller's up 15-6 over Kearse. Collins up 8-6 over Neville. Michelle Tate 9-5 over LaCraft. And Bev Tyres must have picked up some.
Yeah,
she's 9-6 up over Whitehead over Louise.
Lou's holding one down there. I can see her blue bowl.
So Sammy did the opposite to what we thought she would.
Of course. She's gone for the cover, elected to go for the cover bowl out to cover the shot. But that doesn't really cover the bowl leaving the head.
Sammy does have last bowl though as well.
She would have been trying to get something maybe 4 or 5 feet behind.
So you like to take the shot away rather than trying to play catch up?
Yeah, in Premier League bowls, you play even in a holding head, you're trying to change it to make it a better holding it. Otherwise, it'll be taken from you. My early days of bowls, you'd be just trying to play a bowl around the back.
Yep.
And they're harder bowls to play.
That's been the biggest change in my game now.
Yep.
Is playing it. It's not aggressively, but proactively.
Yep. So we'll see here. She's played a little bit more weight, looking to reach.
She's got a good bowl.
She's very close.
She's got a very good bowl.
And she's played it on song for 4. And there's the danger of not playing the shot.
She didn't.
So even if she had one back there, it would have made no difference. She played the perfect shot.
So what's Sammy's shot here, you think?
She's
on the forehand down?
Forehand, yeah. And this is where she needs to draw the shot here, and get some ascendancy back in this game. Yep.
Yep. Asking her coach there.
Yeah. She could hit one of 3 bowls and get a good result, or draw the shot.
Yeah.
Or trail to her. Trail's still on 2 if she gives it a chance. What sort of weight are you playing?
Oh, I would only be back to her green bowl max.
Yeah. Probably
a
foot or 2, yeah.
Danger with it is you don't want to be short. There is
no.
Short bowls are no good when you're 4 down.
And I always call her margin wide here because wide's okay. She's got a bowl to land on. Nothing for tight. Well, she looks wide.
Very wide.
That bowl was almost in the commentary booth. And her weight's going to be good.
Yeah, that was the weight.
And she was trying to do the right thing. I mean,
at 4. Oh, wrong one.
So if we're playing an AFL game, all the statistics and KPIs are starting to look red in Sammy's zone, aren't they?
Yeah, she's sitting down now, regrouping. Just needs to compose herself, regroup.
Yep.
Win the mat and change the length. Because at the moment, Peter's all over this length. So we've got Lorraine Dowson there doing a fantastic job marking. One of our international umpires, just returned from the Commonwealth Games recently.
She's doing the paddles for us and everything. We're getting the full service today. She's doing a great job.
She's one of our Strzelecki bowlers, so one local to here.
She a good bowler?
She is. She champion or runner-up champion of champions, I think she was this year for the Strzelecki South. A few state championships and stuff she's been to lately. She went deep in the triples at the last Vic Open at Shepparton with Lisa Critton and just Judy, I think it was. Went very deep, I think, down to the 4. Sammy's put a good bowl in here. And that's what she needed to do. She needed to put some pressure on.
It's a great bowl, Sammy. It just gets you back settled. So she's just got to, what's she thinking? That she obviously wants to get the mat and get her length.
Yeah.
That's the next step, isn't it?
And I wouldn't be surprised if the mat comes right up and she tries short again.
I think you've got to go back and do what she's trying to do. I mean...
She's got to get the mat, though.
And you talked about going out and rolling kiddies. I mean, putting kiddies in the ditch loses your games.
It does. Roller, to me, like I lead a lot, and I played lead this year, and it was one of the most critical parts of our game was being able to roll that kiddie.
Yep.
Getting the length that they want. It's another great bowl. Little trail would be nice.
Yes, little toucher.
Yeah, I don't see many people go down and just roll kiddies and I always get funny looks for it, and I actually enjoy it. It's one of my favourite things to do, is go out with a bucket of kitties and or jacks, whatever you want to call them.
Yep.
I have lots of little games I play as I roll. I set up little markers and have to roll it to that marker, and
Yeah, it's just like rolling a bowl, I suppose.
it's a skill. Speaking of skill,
through
gap.
the hole. How did she find that gap? Chance for Sammy to add another one.
I think she likes it.
She wants it to slow. She wants it to slow. She wants to tuck it in. She's done
That's
that.
beautiful.
That's a terrific set of 3 bowls.
That's just
And
what you need after dropping a
Oh.
4.
And the degree of difficulty now has just gone up about, what, 100%?
Which is going to make contact on those front 2 to split them.
You have to ask your opponent questions.
Yeah.
She's just asking a big one here of Peter,
Yep.
saying, well, you know, you're going well, but you're 3 down.
Just opting for the forehand.
She looks to be a more aggressive line here, so she's just trying to get it down with a couple of feet on a tighter line.
It's a good effort, just
And
going to
she-
be short.
Okay.
This is the hardest bowl when you're holding 3 and you're trying to get a 4th one in there.
She knows the importance of this ad. Mum's having a word. I wonder what she's saying. I always say to Beatrice, this is the most important bowl of the game.
You'll just hear Draft's just done something over there, taking the kitty to the ditch. Kate had a couple on it. Oh, she's turned her back already. She does not like that. That's
She's saying.
that's what you usually find trying to put that 4th one in, and you drop 3, 4, 5 foot short.
Oh, look, and you can understand 3 in that hand, you know.
But the good players, they capitalise on those. That's when
Yeah.
they kill you.
She was just being a little bit conservative there, and it just was too much.
Right, she's brought the mat right up, which is what we were calling for.
She's done a good job here.
It's a beautiful kitty roll.
Did you say you lead in pennant?
Yeah, I lead on a Saturday for Division 1 for our Saturday pennant.
Any tricks for what? How does a lead make leading interesting? How do you make it a job?
I don't find it. I know a lot of people say that it's boring. You put your bowls down and that's it.
Yep.
But you just get involved.
Yeah.
Watch everyone else
Yep.
and be around.
The little
So,
other
yeah.
things that you can do.
So my thing this year at Traralgon, because they're always up, they're always about, and
Yep.
I'm not as vocal as them, so I would buy a massive tub of lollies and walk around the rinks. Like when if I had a bad bowl or a bad end,
Yep.
I was making sure I was about. So
Doing something.
Yep.
Yep.
You don't just put your bowls down and sit down.
No.
I'm always picking up the second and third and having a chat with them and, like
Yep.
making sure you're involved in the game. It's just, Pete's picked this length pretty well.
Yeah, kind of. I lead now, and I'm back to leading, and I always want to be leading in a good team, and I just look for ways to do more for the team and for my rink.
This is a great reply from Sammy. I think having trust in your skip and your second and third that's following you too is a big thing. So
Yep.
if you've done your job, you've put your bowls there, they're in the head.
Yep.
And just let it be what happens.
Yeah.
You know your bowls aren't going to finish there. So often you hear someone say, like, they get cranky when their bowls get hit around. I expect it.
Yeah, I do too.
I think it's good if they do.
I don't worry about it too much because it's just nervous energy that you don't need to spend.
Yep. To me, if your bowls are getting smashed around the green, it means they're in the right spot in the first place. So someone's had to have a go at them.
Yeah.
Alan Parker, the score from next door, Anne Draffin 19, Kate Lloyd 8.
It's a good looking bowl here.
It's another great bowl.
She's really found another gear. We talked about good bowlers finding another gear.
And she's happy with that too.
Yeah, look, she just wants to string a couple of good ends together. Not only for herself, but to show her opponent, Peter, that she's well and truly in this game. Just close. Okay.
Got one out.
Good bowl.
Couple of games here get into the pointy end. So Anne Draffin 19, Kate Lloyd 8, Jenny Miller 17, Kierce 8. So there's a couple of close ones.
The Whitehead Tars game, 9-all's gone into a bit of a slugfest down there.
What was the other? Addard, 7-6 to Shaw, Addard 6. That one's been a really tight contest too.
Irene was there at selections for training for Malta for the World Champs. I saw that on her Facebook.
She's a fantastic bowler and a lovely person.
What a bowl here.
Oh, Sammy.
That's 3 fantastic bowls. She goes, I just fattened that up.
Yeah, but she's got that catch, those 2 catches behind.
2 catches, yeah.
And that's where Kitty's going to shoot.
She's playing forehand. With weight, is it? It's interesting.
Is she trying to play through her front one, or?
Not terribly sure.
Sammy's already placed the mat halfway up the green. 2 to Sammy.
It's moving in the right direction. She's had 5 over the last 2 ends. 3 and 2, yep.
Yeah, Danny. Anne Draffin is a beautiful bowler, but she's also a great indoor bowler. I've heard that she's quite impressive on the indoor.
World class. The girls have moved right near us. We'll keep a bit quiet. Just got to keep running on that. Okay.
Just a bit short.
It's a big adjustment, isn't it?
It is.
Peta wants this to slow down.
Yeah, she gritted her teeth when she let that one go. It's probably the shot though.
Yeah, it's a good home. Lovely action out of the hand. She wants this to let go. Release. Good bowl.
Well, that's the number 1 at the moment. Just behind Jacki.
Might just run on this one. Stiff, good bowl.
Lorraine just indicating Sammy's still holding one.
Looks all right. Looks very good. Run on that line.
Okay, Sammy adds another in there, holding 2.
Very important bowl, your third bowl, when you're down. She wants to relieve the pressure a bit. She's not going to find the hole, is she? That's a great bowl. She's made probably made 2.
No, 1. Lorraine indicates 1.
I don't know. Sammy's having a look at this. She just wants to make sure she's not 2 down. Probably doesn't change her shot.
Same bowl as last time.
Yeah.
Sit the bowl, trail the kitty.
Very big bowl in the context of the game, I believe. She wants to continue her run of ends.
She needs it to drop. It's a bit
heavy.
high.
Okay. It is what it is. Stayed up.
See if Peta can capitalise here.
I'm sure that's 2.
I can't hear what she's saying. She's opting not to. Is that what it was? I think she was asking the commentary team what she was doing.
Like we'd have an opinion.
She said, nah, bowl it, you'll be right.
1. Just shows how deceptive it is on the TV screens.
Anne Draffin and Kate Lloyd shaking hands. Anne takes the win on that rink.
Yeah, great game there. Anne got off to a flyer there, and that can happen. You know, change. The girls have come in, the ladies have come in off the outside green. It's a bit quicker here. You've got to adjust to it quickly.
I think they both had a bye this morning too.
Right.
Those two.
They did. That's true.
But it is a big adjustment.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know where they played yesterday.
Yep.
It's hard to get it out of your head.
Yeah.
You know, it's a day later, but it's still in your mind.
We played down at Ballura.
Oh, Ballara?
Ballara.
Yep.
And it was had been raining a lot. It was quite slow. And my first bowl I put down yesterday at Mathra, it's like nearly in the ditch. I just thought, oh, that felt nice.
This is a good bowl here from Sammy.
Yeah, she's really zeroed in now. She's
putting the pressure on now, and Peta just had that bit of a start. Yeah, when we played our pairs, we played our first game undercover at Traralgon, and then we went out onto the grass after it rained, and it was a big adjustment. And then we were back onto synthetic after that, so it was...
First one I've seen.
Yeah, it came across 2 rinks. We've had a couple on the live streams this week.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if you've seen that on the cameras, Guy. Wrong bias?
No.
It's, the stickers I have on my bowls at the moment, have you seen those? They're bright yellow that say inside, outside. Because my mum has a tendency to do one.
Does she? Yeah.
Oh, she does. It's usually when she's concentrating.
My dad used to put his bowl in his left hand and put his right hand down on top of it and then turn it over. And I'm like, that's just... And he would bowl a wrong bias about every 8 bowls, I reckon. Good weight here.
I think Sammy's still holding 2. That Whitehead Tyres game is still locked. It's 10-all now on that game. That's another great ball coming in. She's flops in, I'd say. 3. Yep, Lorraine indicating 3.
I mean, you mightn't be getting shot necessarily, but what you want to see in singles is that your groupings are there.
Yeah.
And she's been grouping for the last 3 or 4 ends.
That makes a big difference when you've got things in the head.
And what you're doing is repeatable.
We're lucky enough. Looks like we're going to have the Amity, Bickley and Olivia Slade game commence on the rink next to us. Oh, she's just going to come through. All right, last time Sammy was in this situation, we've seen it 2 metres short, 3 metres short. Hopefully she can...
Yeah, well, there's nothing to be worried about here.
Would you change hands? You've got...
She nearly would. She nearly would.
You've played 3 beautiful bowls on the one hand, though, would you?
But I think she'll back herself to draw this. I think her groupings are so good now. Her mum's... I'm looking at the coach. Just got to run a bit. Yeah, well...
I'm not a lip reader. I don't know what Cheryl was saying.
Well, we've seen that twice now, so I think as a coach, they'll work on those ads. That's something she could...
We're going to see that mat back up. Yeah, I
and
think
everyone,
that's something it needs to be worked on. But back in it, 2 shots. Giving herself 2 metres to play with the mat.
We've talked about skippers in Pennant who are good adders. And some are very good at it.
It's a skill. It's a mindset skill just to block everything out and get another one in there.
Well, I find, and then there's other skippers who, you know, when they're down, there's something to do, they'll do it. But, you know, when they're holding 2 or 3, they don't add the extra shot, you know. Makes a big difference at the end of the day. Nathan Wilson, one I always quote. I watch him and he'll add 6 or 7 extras to ones, and that's 6 or 7 shots. That's a lot, you know.
Well, it's a great start by Sammy. Mark Cowan saying that he thought he did teach Sammy to add. Bit more work to do there, Mark.
Oh, we're not having to go at the coaching. It's a bit...
Oh, no, totally having a go at the coach.
They're more topics for discussion about working on our games. And
there's always something to improve on. Even talk to all the top players, no one's perfect.
I spoke to Matty Lucas. He went up to Queensland and has made it into the Jackaroos and that. You know Matty Lucas?
I know the name.
Yeah, and I said, what do you do in your training, you know? And he said he probably does maybe 2 or 3 things a day, but only for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So and he said, I'm just working on things that I think I need to improve. Rather than going out for 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
He's doing it in spurts.
That's another great bowl there from Sammy. Yeah, sometimes just doing the same thing repetitively can be detrimental to your game. You're going out there doing the exact same thing. You're not doing it in...
No, you're just practicing what you know.
Yep.
Or don't know.
And then can't replicate it in a game style or anything.
No. How do you see this game shaping up now? Certainly tightened up.
Oh, I'm not going to call this one. No way. This is...
Maddie keeps telling me we've got to make, you can't sit on the fence, Gus. But
I'm going to back Sammy. I
Yep.
think the way that she's been bowling these last few ends.
Yeah, her groupings have been brilliant.
Yeah, made the early call on the Jenny Miller-Kearse game early. I don't think she's got off that 17 since I said that one was getting close.
No.
It's now 17-14. There's 1 ball each left on this one. Sammy's having a good look at it. And the game next to us is just doing their second end of their roll-up. And that's Olivia Slade and Amity Bickley.
It's going to be
the
one.
Scoreboards have all just disappeared on us, so...
Right. Great. Oh, we've got our own scoreboard, luckily.
I think that was so they could reset
Yeah,
the Slade-Bickley one.
Good ball here. Settle down. It's like...
1 to Sammy, so they must have favoured Peter's bowl before that one.
Right. It's been a game of 2 halves. We were just focusing on Peta Mattys' consistency in that first half, and then last, I'd say 4 or 5 ends, Sam's just started to group beautiful groupings.
It's been a big difference when the length changed.
Yes, very much so. Got this away pretty well. It's looking all right.
It's looking very handy.
Yeah, I like it. That's a good bowl.
And that's number 1.
And right on cue, we talk about adding that extra 1.
Yep.
What does Peta do? Oh, she added the shot only. 1 shot.
Now, do we see the length go back to...
Definitely. Be nearly...
Well, her mat's not right back like
No,
it
it's
was
not.
earlier.
She needs... I wouldn't say that that's the length that she was...
No, I don't think we've really seen this length. It's
No.
a new length for these girls. It was either full length or dead short.
Yeah, she's come up.
So we're probably 2 metres from the tee.
Yep. 2 and 2 probably.
Yep.
So that's about 4 metres short of full length. Great start.
That's a lovely starter. And again, the pressure straight back onto Sammy.
You tend to see, I think, in the game now, people, and I saw it in the game before, they're only moving the mat around maybe a metre or two.
Yeah.
Not. It's not short, medium, long. They're just moving around in between those.
There hasn't been much slight, little movements and big movements, sorry. I was just watching that bowl.
They're just gradual increments. And someone told me that's a good way on the carpet. You know, you just slightly changes things.
I'm a bit of an all or nothing person. Big change.
Captain Obvious. Yeah.
I'm losing this length. I'm going to change it up. That's another great bowl there from Peter. 2 bowls, 2 touches.
Beautiful.
Hope Bowls Vic are supplying the chalk.
Yep.
So we've still got 2 more games after this today here at Morwell. Traralgon and Moe, I think it is today. The men are at Traralgon and Moe.
It's going to be a long day.
It's a long day yesterday with the Yarrigan green underwater.
Yep.
So they caught up on all those last night. I think the boys went to about 8:30 last night, did they, at Traralgon?
Yep.
That's another great bowl there from Peter. Get past that. Or not quite. Yeah, so if you're in the area, come down to Morwell Bowls Club to see the ladies, or over to Traralgon to see the men. Newborough has men and Moe.
Come down, grab a meal, have a drink, enjoy the bowls. She needs to just rest on that bowl, and she's done it. What a bowl. That's just a magnificent bowl. Best result she could have hoped for was that. Peter might just say, well, 2 can do this. I'll just show you if I can do it. She's got a fair line.
Needs to drop.
Just needs to drop a bit. She's close. She's got it.
She's got it. She's fantastic bowling.
On cue. Thanks very much. The game just turned the furnace up. Heat's on.
Sammy's coming down to have a look, but I think the shot's on the forehand.
Yeah. Settles the nerves coming down a bit. Maybe get a chance to talk to the coach. Yeah. Doesn't look any better from down there than it did from back there.
Oh, no, she's looking at the backhand.
I can't quite see where that very front bowl, it's not that far off the line of the kitty, is it? So it shouldn't be in the way.
Or is she trying to play it through?
Yep. The worst she's going to be is 2 down. So she plays a positive bowl here, taps her own, gets under her own. Yeah, it's got to work. It's got to work a bit.
It's got to drop.
She's going to get some help. There it is. Oh, nearly.
Might have cut one out.
Good positive bowl. Going to measure for the second.
We haven't seen many measures on this game yet today.
I'm looking down at the Louise Whitehead Ties game, 12-11.
It's a breakthrough. That's just the one.
Well, that was a fair old result, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a very good positive bowl she played.
2 down at this end of the game can hurt. Like, it can feel like 4 at this end.
Well, Peter can go out now. That's always a nice feeling when you know you can go out, isn't it?
Yep. On big end. You also get stuck on it sometimes, knowing that you can get at any end.
Well, psychologically, sometimes it's a bad thing, isn't it?
Yeah. The amount of people I spoke to yesterday who got stuck on 17, 18, 19, 20. We've seen it this morning with some of those games that ended up coming right down to the wire. But that's a lovely start from
Well,
Peter.
we had 2 or 3 timed out games here.
Yeah. We had a couple yesterday at Trafalgar. But there was a lot today, I thought. A lot still out when the warning went up.
And the weather does come into play. I mean, if it's rainy or it's wet, you've got to do a bit more bowl cleaning and all that. You just got to do it quicker.
Jay, they're just about to update Grandma's score. I'll let you know in a sec.
Which one's that?
The Miller Keys game here. They've just rolled the kitty. So Miller's picked up something. I just don't know what it was.
Tate over the clef, 19-8 for Tate. So nearly there.
Yes. Sammy's holding with that last bowl of hers.
Collins 19 to Neville 14.
Just updated that scoreboard. Jenny Miller 18, Kiers 15.
And the Attard Shaw game rolls along at 10-7.
It's been a cracking game, that one.
It really has.
Yeah, Irene was playing Rowanna Smith in the last game, and it was, I think she was 10 zip down and came back, and
wow.
It was
Loves her bowls, loves training, loves learning.
So 1 and a measure indicated in Sammy's favour.
Look, Sam's in this game up to her eyeballs, really, like 2 or 3 here. And she can get that length back, it'd be good, wouldn't it?
I think it's just dropped about 5 degrees
Yeah.
again.
Yep. Yeah, it's been seesawing the... how's this looking? Pretty good line.
Yeah, she's going to
she's
come
gonna
underneath
get-
that one. Has she got the legs?
Yeah, she has. Oh,
Not quite.
they have been releasing there. Wasn't far away.
Here it comes.
Yeah, good bowl. Well,
In for 2.
2.
2 and a measure. So the third shot must be a measure between Sammy's side bowl and
Yeah,
Peter's front bowl, maybe?
we've got some results coming. We'll give you in a minute when this end's finished.
Yep, some games have wrapped up on the back green.
She's better weight, isn't it?
Oh, I think she's
no,
short
same
again.
again.
I think it's the same bowl.
Oh.
So So Sammy's still got one to
Yep.
come. She's holding 2 in a measure.
Yeah, the
She's
2 on the right-hand side, out to the right. There.
so on the other green, Nicole Went got up 21.10 over Copley. Greening is currently 19 up over Fleming 11. Morton's up 16.13 over McGrath.
Oh, Carol got up. Carol Pattys got up 21.9 over Hunt.
Fair 21 over Joe Martin 18. Sammy bowl this one.
Here's a chance to add. Let's see if Mark Karen was right.
That's all on you, Mark.
Yeah.
Is she up or
No.
is she going to be... She's not as short this time,
No.
though.
It's a pretty good effort.
Could
Close.
be.
Oh, that's a good effort.
Anne Miles is up 14.11 over Leonie Flynn. Claire Sanders 15 against Tris Doolan 7. And the Holmes Van Pra is locked at 11 all.
Legs 11. They're measuring for a third here. That's that front
That's the
bowl.
front.
That's
That
4.
looks like a full count.
Yeah.
Oh, big
I thought
moment.
it was. We are all tied up. Now, what length's she going?
Back up. Short. It was working before.
So she walks up to the minimum and she's
Goes-
stepping back about,
2-3 metres?
Yeah.
What's that one? Oh,
it's 2 steps, isn't it? A
Yeah.
large one and then 3/4 one, sort of. She's got a very specific length she wants to play.
That's another good roll with the kitty.
So for those newer bowlers watching, they try minimum length. You always try and give yourself a little, maybe a step of extra room to get it right.
The Whitehead Tyres game, there's been a bit of a breakthrough. Louise is up 14.11 now, so they've gone off the ones. Michelle Tate up 19.8 over LeCraft. Collins up 19.14 over Neville. Great start there by Sammy.
Oh, that's a beautiful bowl.
Miller 18 over Kearse 15. But that's not updated. And Amity Bickley's up 3-1 over Olivia Slade. And we're locked at 17 all on this one.
What a showcase the Bickley Slade game is for the age bracket of bowls. Like,
Junior talent.
oh,
Both lovely girls to play with and against. Lucky enough to play with Liv in the development side up at Moama in, was that July or August against New South Wales. Got to know her quite well.
do you get to pick your roomies?
No, because I came in, Courtney Bennington got COVID.
Right.
So I was subbed in at the last minute. Went up there and I walked away with COVID.
Mm.
So
It
it's
was strange times, wasn't it?
it was a great experience. Played there with Liv Slade, Lana Flapper, Sammy Atkinson.
Be a
was
fun
on the side.
time.
Yeah, it was,
Off the green.
It was good. It
Those
was,
those characters.
yep, Geordie Long
Yep.
and Mel Brooks.
You're feeling the pinch here, aren't we? Like, you've been leading all game. 17 all.
It's a big moment.
Sammy really turns the heat up. Puts 2 crackers in. She's taking her time with this one. She's playing a bit of weight. I don't mind this.
She's got one.
Okay.
That stays on. Is it going to stay on?
Yep, and she's got
2.
2 back bowls now.
2 at the back.
I mean, Sammy sort of wants to put something second shot, but not just leave a hole.
Count and cover.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be anything too close. Because she doesn't really want to force Peter into playing a weighted shot, given...
I'd like to see a draw to the tee.
This is pretty
just
good.
Past the tee.
This is count, and that's exactly what you said. It's counting, and it's covered. Probably couldn't have placed it better, really.
That's where the kiddie's going if she makes contact again. Not much of a target there, though.
Mind you, I mean, there's a price because she could have taken the risk and drawn another real close one.
Yeah.
And taken, like you'd like to get a 2 or 3 on this end, wouldn't you?
She could have been tempted for, getting a big number.
Yeah.
Long game, though.
But given the quality of these players, I wouldn't force the issue. They'll make you pay.
Beverly Brown's asked for the Shaw Attard update. It is currently 10-9 in favour of Shaw.
I don't know how our time's going. We've got a clock, Brad? 1 hour.
She puts another one in here now. That's a lot of pressure.
There's our time left in the game, 58 minutes. Plenty of time. I still don't understand how people run out of time, I'm sorry.
I think the Addark Shaw one might come close if they're going an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's true.
Or an hour and 15.
Yeah.
That's a great bowl there.
That is a very... I mean, she
Holding
got her safety bowl in first,
Yep.
and then puts the next one in.
Peter's coming up to have a look.
Given that Sammy's got no more bowls, but is she 3 down?
I think 2 was the call from Lorraine. Lorraine's eye's pretty good.
Yeah, those 2 back bowls are about evenly distanced behind, aren't they? One's further out on the line, though. I think she'll have a crack at this. If she could get the kitty back.
She goes 1 down at the back, or
Yeah.
possibility of getting a couple
Get
herself.
a couple.
Yep. She won't be short.
I just got the feeling Peter's got this in her game. She already had 1 crack at it. She likes her forehand. She's thinking about it, and as she strolls back, she's got to have her mind made up. So when she turns around on that mat, she knows exactly what she's going to do.
She doesn't look sold on it.
She's going for it.
The Miller Kearse game's just wrapped
She's
up.
close. She's got them both. Oh, no.
Got 1 out.
But 1 down.
1 down is a good result.
Yeah. Happy with that. Given that Sam put 3 bowls on, 1 down in that is a... But she's lost the lead for the first time in the game. Sam will come up and do her... Let's have a
One
look.
big step and a half a step.
And half. We know her game plan. Mind you, she does that because then she puts the mat further on, so it is like 2 steps.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's 2 metres usually.
Yeah.
And on the tee. Yeah, they've really picked those live stream games. We've had some absolute crackers today.
Yep.
Left a bit of room for Peter there. haven't updated the scoreboard on the Miller Kearse game, so I don't know who the winner was. I'm trying to read some body language. The Neville Collins game's tightened up. That's 19 all now.
Yes, Jodie's come right back into that. But
I'm going to go that Jenny Miller lost.
do you reckon?
Well, she hasn't texted me that she won.
Oh, right.
Lovely bowl there, Sam.
Well, whoever loses this game, it's not deserved for anyone to lose. It's been that tight.
It's been some beautiful bowls put in. This is another one coming in.
Lovely, lovely weight.
That's the shot. What do you reckon? 20 all, last end, comes down to the last bowl.
Yeah, I do actually. I think this game's just going to creep up in ones for the next couple of ends. That's my feeling. Sammy's
using the aerodynamic size 3, and I think they call them a watermelon colour.
Are they dynamics, are they?
Yeah, they're dynamics.
It's interesting.
They're a bit wider than what I've seen dynamics run at. I don't know if it's the way she releases them. Oh, I read it wrong. Jenny Miller got up.
But no text.
No text. So if there's anyone in Leongatha area that feels like coaching a game of kids basketball tonight, I'm going to put the call out there. I'm stuck here until Mum loses.
Yeah. Can't get her eye.
Can't get her attention.
Well, she's busy signing autographs.
I lost my game. She wants nothing to do with me.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Right, what's Sammy holding here? Or is Peter still?
I think that Sammy's got one, I think. She's just snuck one in there.
Very smooth delivery on that one. Ooh, here we go.
She's close. What a
She's
bowl.
got it.
Oh, yes. What a bowl. It's 2, is it?
I think so.
It's ruining my prediction of creeping up in ones with their good bowls.
It's taken one out.
Louise Whitehead 16-11 up on tyres.
2 there.
We've got another cliffhanger.
Lead change again. Yeah, Dave, there's been a lot of good draw bowling in this. I think that's one area that Sammy's definitely improved.
Yeah.
So Peter's gone that little bit shorter again. She's about 2 metres up with the mat, probably 3 metres short of the tee.
Got some competition for our live streaming. Bowls Australia's streaming some bowls as well. Australia yellow versus Australia green. Multi-nations championships. Men's pairs final. So
Oh, it's a cracking start from Sam. Exactly what she needed.
You could watch that on replay 12 o'clock tonight while you're watching this live.
I'll be downloading a lot of these games. We're heading off overseas on Tuesday.
Oh, great.
Going on a little cruise with our kids. Getting back in time for City versus Country.
Nice. A cruise, did you say?
Yeah, we're going to fly up to Brisbane and then cruise out to Vanuatu.
Oh, lovely.
I've already decided I'm going to download some bowls and sit out on my balcony, have a drink and watch some bowls.
I'll watch the sunset, really. You are an addict.
I love watching bowls. I could watch it all day. My husband has my dream job of a bowls manager.
Yeah, I know.
It's just hanging a little bit. I think Peter will find her weight with this one. The Bickley-Slade match, Bickley 8, Slade 2. Go, Peter's cut it back to 1 with that beautiful line. Michelle Tate has just wrapped up the game over there against the Craft. 21-12. Sammy likes this. She's chasing it. Is it up?
It's got to run a bit. It's enough. It's enough.
It's in for 2.
2 yellow paddles are up.
And this is last bowl from Peter. Sammy's still got 1 left. She wasn't far off with her last. There's a lot of movement behind the head. Oh, she's asking about the back bowls there.
I think she should be more worried about the bowl that Sammy's got to play.
I would be trying to draw in on that.
Close.
Yep.
If she doesn't, she's going to lose this game.
She misses. Sammy puts another one in and it's game.
She will. There is nothing sure. If either of them were in the same situation, they'll make you pay. They've bowled that well. Pace looks good.
Got a drop.
Pace looks good. It's going to sail through. Okay, well.
That's 2 shots to Sammy with 1 to come.
Well, she's looking, just checking she's got the 2. The rain's saying 2.
Oh, bowl just fell over, but I think it's still 2.
What's she thinking as she walks back to the mat, Angela?
If Mark Cowan told her right, it'd be to get another one in there.
In the head. And win the game and get out of here.
Yep,
Yeah.
that'll be it.
I'd put my house on it.
She should be playing the forehand, but she's played the backhand so beautifully. So
there's no real danger.
No.
A good player's back their own weight here. They're not going to sail through the head. But she knows she hasn't been up on these ads.
She screwed her face up. Is she up?
Is she wide enough? That's what she's worried about.
She's
Is she wide
given
enough?
it a crack.
Sailing out. Look, her weight was beautiful.
Right that time.
Yeah, she was not too sure about a line there.
Yeah, Mark also told her when you have a chance to go out, go out.
Yeah. Super coach.
2 to Sammy. Another lead turn change.
Yeah, I think the least time you've got to be out in the green, especially in a long tournament like this where you're involved in other disciplines, you don't want to be out there for any longer than you need be.
What does she do now? Does she bring the mat up like she's been doing?
We're going to bring. She's going to. Oh no, she's changed it. Actually,
I don't mind that.
she did pretty well with this.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Similar length.
Yeah. But
just the mat back.
Yeah.
Whoever nails this first.
You just don't want to force Peta into playing a really good shot to win the game. But she's 19. She only needs 2.
That's a handy start. But the way Peta's bowling, she can get 2 inside that.
Yeah. Got that away beautifully.
She's got a beautiful delivery. She's
Yeah.
been...
That's
It's a cracking
a
start.
bowl here. He's up. He's up. Yeah, very good. Yeah, she certainly looks like someone who's very much in control of her own game.
Nothing wrong with the ditch side. No.
No.
It's, Peta was playing a lot on the ditch side coming back towards the road earlier.
Run this out.
This
This
is
is
a
a
great
cracker.
reply from Sam.
That's a cracking bowl. Still gettable though.
But she has to get it or it's game.
Yeah.
Same bowl as her last.
She gets the kitty. She can make 2.
Yep. That's what she'll be.
She
She's
plays these shots
pointed
well.
it very well.
It's holding. She's
Pointed
got
it
it.
very
Yeah, she's
well.
got it. There she's 2.
Now Peta's holding game. So Sammy has to get in there.
That's what I mean about poking the bear. You know, you don't want to make them play good shots. And there it was on cue. Now these are
She
dynamic.
likes it.
This is a good. She's got to get down just a little. She's going to get a touch. Oh no. Oh, she might have second.
Wait for Lorraine's
She
call
might
here.
have second. Let's see the paddles.
Remember, Peta is green, Sammy is yellow. Lorraine indicating that Sammy is holding the shot.
Oh, was that for Sammy? Was it?
Sammy's
paddle?
the yellow paddles and Peta's the green paddles.
Wow.
So Sammy holding shot with that last bowl. And game, holding game. Peta moves that bowl. She holds game.
I can't watch.
I love that little check that Pete just did then with her
Yep.
rings, making sure she had it on the right side.
Playing a very positive. She can use this bowl. She can use this bowl.
One bowl each. One left. Sammy's going to go have a look. Where does Peta bowl? Which club? It's a Morwell.
Morwell, yep.
On the other rings, while Sammy's looking at that, Amity Bickley up 11-2 over Olivia Slade. The Shaw Attar game is Shaw up 14, Attard 12. Pretty sure Jenny Miller wrapped up the game against Kears, but it hasn't been updated. The Collins-Neville game has wrapped up. The scoreboard also hasn't been updated. That was 19 all at the last look. Michelle Tate has got the game over LeCraft. Anne Draffin got the game over Lloyd. Louise Whitehead is up 16-11 over Beverly Tyres. Sammy's just consulting with her coach/mother. Bit of a crowd gathering now to watch. Yeah, Chris wants to know position bowl or add.
Well, it depends what Peter's going to play. Peter's playing a positive bowl, isn't she?
It's got to be behind, doesn't it?
It's got to be behind.
Because you don't want to go too down at the back.
No, she's got to own that. She's got to own the outside, the dit side of those aqua bowls. That's it. Yep. Yep.
And she likes
clapped
it. She clapped her own bowl.
I did too. I think she'll again play a positive bowl to try and land
She's going
the shot bowl.
Yeah, try and take the shot bowl out for the game.
Yeah. That's the sort of bowler she is. She wasn't far away from hitting her own bowl up.
You've got your bowl through, or Peter's bowl through, kitty back, shot bowl out. Lots of options there.
Unfortunately, there's a couple of large holes to go through. She's thinking, I have the power to ruin someone's day in my hand. How am I going to use this power, Angela? This power I've been given.
That was our plan in the ladies' pairs after we lost the first two games. We just went out there to ruin someone's day.
Yeah.
We didn't end up doing that. We ended up having a drink with them instead.
Yeah, that's a nicer way to be. Nice human beings. She's going backhand. I can't believe this. I think she'll still play positive weight. She's trying to get rid of the bowl. I think she's going to do it.
I like this shot. I like onto Sammy's onto your own.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to... Oh.
That's game.
What a game.
We'll just get
What
some confirmation to make sure.
Well,
Lorraine's
they're still going to measure it, I believe. But
put one up.
What a great
One
game.
to Sammy Atkinson.
That just could have gone anywhere, couldn't it?
That was a fantastic game. Oh,
They're still going to measure
they are
it.
measuring.
Yeah, I thought the handshake was a little bit premature. Oh, yep, one to Sammy.
so I can put it back on.
Well, that was a fantastic game. We'll just have a look at some other scores. There's a couple of games going on still, so we might just stay here for a minute. Bickley's got off to a flying start on Slade, 11-2.
She was very good this morning. Amity was all over it against me.
Attard and Shaw is the game of the century. Shaw's 14-12 up on Attard.
That will get timed out, I'm predicting. That's...
Yeah. Miller and Kears. Miller, 18-15 to Miller.
Don't know the Neville Collins result.
It was 19 all. I can't see any expression from Jodie. And down Whitehead's 18-11. She's skipped away there. So I think they'll get through that game. And if they don't, then Louise Whitehead will progress into the next round. And Tate 21, LeCarf 12.
So Jenny Miller got up 21-16 and Sue Collins got up 21-19 over Jodie Neville.
Just looking at the stream scoring was pretty even, very even contest. You couldn't have got much more even. It probably should have got down to 20-20, and we would have last bowl we predicted, but we were close.
I'll just see what was on the back green. Anne Greening got over Carol Fleming. Nicole Wenk got over Alison Copley. Jennifer Holmes up over Van Pra. Claire Sanders and Trish Doolan still going.
What's that score?
I'm not sure the score. Anne Miles and Leonie Flynn still going. Carol Fair got up over Jo Martin. And Carol Peta got up over Stephanie Hunt.
Lucas is just standing there. Your mum got up. Was Trish up or down?
Trish was down before when we got the last score update.
Lucas is going to hop across and just have a look for us. I think Brad's got to go and get his car, don't you, Brad? So we're gonna sign off. Angela, it was a pleasure to have you, and well done. That was you're getting better each time you do it. Thanks for doing all the scores and the updates, and that's great. So we're going to try and do. We were talking last night about getting someone in. We're going to do a little bit of training, commentate if you
that'd be fantastic.
Want to be on that list.
I definitely like watching it from all the angles that Brad's got there. So,
and when
Lucas is just getting back to us.
No, Trish Doolan's 19-11 down.
Claire Sanders is up 19-11 over Trish.
So we'll be back at probably around, what is it now? 3 o'clock, isn't it? But it might be a bit, be no earlier than 3. So we'll sign off. Thanks for watching, and Angela, again, thanks for being our guest commentator from representing the Traralgon Bowls Club, and we'll see you around.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks. See you guys.
Anyone thinking about getting a roof, your whole system will change, right down to social bowls and pennant. At a board meeting this week and approved 22 new players. They really have been perfect all the way through this build, and they looked after us really well.